Hey yo. Hey yo. This is the Hype Podcast. I'd like to take a moment to tell you that due to technical difficulties, we're going to be doing it the old way. The way we used to do it.
The ancient way.
It's time to kick that shit. Coming to you live and uncensored. This is the Hype Podcast. I'm oh so fresh with my co-host, yet to be named.
That's me. We talk about everything from new gadgets, gizmos, politics, movies, and music.
And our very own personal stories, because you know a motherfucker has to keep it real. You like that little bit of old school for you?
Like really real.
Yeah,
like real as fuck real.
Yeah.
Like Oso's in a fucking wife beater tank top right now real.
It's better than getting your booty touched by Michael Jackson.
Is it though? Is it? I mean,
I haven't had the opportunity to have my booty touched by Michael Jackson.
And nor will you. But you know what our listeners have the opportunity to do?
I could dig them up.
They have the opportunity to have the eardrums touched by Oh So Fresh, the host with no name, and some Diesel Fresh, if they're good. Only if they're good. And you know how they do that? They hit us up, 503-776-0167, or check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/The Hype Podcast. Go to our website, listen to our episodes, rate us 5 stars, make us easy to find, and Diesel Fresh will blow your mind.
You know, and I'd like to say thank you to all the new listeners because we're doing some amazing numbers. Now that we are using Instagram stories like everybody started doing 5 years ago, and a little bit of promo there, shit, people were fucking checking out the show. I appreciate that. And you know, if this is your first time listening, hey, I just want to say, fuck you, just so you feel acquainted.
And your mother.
I haven't met their mother yet.
Well, if she's good looking, then
if your mom's good looking, I'm of age. I will bang the shit out your mom if she's good looking.
Sitting at this table, we have a very wide range of age unlimitations. I'm gonna invent a word, unlimitations, because Oso can go on the high end of the spectrum, being his age, and I can go on the low end of the spectrum. Not R. Kelly low.
Probably no wider than the range of men your mom has dated.
Does that include you?
Actually, I wasn't talking about. I didn't date your mom.
Oh, okay. I'm just wondering.
I mean, you're out of town a lot, but no, I didn't.
I was just wondering, Dad, if that was the case.
No, no, it's not.
Hey, I have a question. Please don't
ever call me Dad again.
Dad. No, I heard this rumor, and I don't know if it's true. Is it dad in a black household, or is it father or daddy? What is it normally? Because I know for girls it's typically daddy, right?
I don't know because I don't have one.
Wow.
I mean, I would just get it out the fucking way. I don't know. Like, seriously, I've never had that question posed to me.
Well,
I don't know.
Moving on. Oh, so let's get into the 5 minutes of fun. Five. First up in sports, Shaquille O'Neal may be retired from the court, but he is getting all up in the business game. And Papa John's is the name.
The Papa John's situation, I realized that there was a problem there. They didn't have any diversity on the board, and I always wanted to become a franchisee, not for money purposes. One day I was reading an article, and it was talking about the best retired athletes, businessmen, and I thought my name was going to be at the top. So when I saw my name wasn't at the top, because look, I'm a competitor, I like challenges, it got me to thinking. So it was, I was number 4, then Magic Johnson, then Michael Jordan, then a fellow by the name
That's good fucking company.
Oh yeah. Jimmy Bridgman owns a lot of Wendy's. I was like,
I don't know who that guy is.
Nobody does.
I used to be in the franchise business, had
Wendy's does.
5 guys, sold those. I was like, what can I do now?
He owned 155 Five Guys, and he sold those and said, what can I do now? How about you just sit around and enjoy your fucking money?
You're talking to the guy who spent $1 million in 1 hour when he first got in the NBA, okay?
You're talking about the guy that had them build a studio so he could do the general commercials in between breaks on the NBA show. You're talking about a 4-time NBA champion, 1-time MVP, and recently Kobe Bryant came out and said they would have won 12 championships if Shaq wasn't so lazy.
Next up in politics, Trump's at it again. We know, and this sounds like a Trump thing to say. Allegedly, he suggested nuking the hurricanes so they wouldn't hit the U.S. like in Florida, because Florida's getting fucking hammered by Hurricane Dorian right now.
And I say to you, sir, that's not how it works.
But that's a very Trump-esque thing to say. I mean, you can't deny that. Sounds like something he would say, but he came out, denied it vehemently 3 times on Twitter, and nobody believes him. Do you believe him?
I believe him. I think that's below the dumbness of Trump.
Really? I think he sits back in a room and says, "Yeah, I'll say that." And they go, "Nah, I bet you won't." And he goes, "Yeah, fuck yeah, I will."
I think that he is playing all of us.
Dude, I guarantee it. I've said that since the word go.
I mean, because there's no way you achieve what this man has achieved and be that kind of idiot.
Just firing off on Twitter with reckless abandon.
Just like whatever the fuck. But you know, you could say what you want to. The motherfucker gets results.
He really does.
We came up last week. It's like if CNN needs ratings, Trump just do something. It's as soon as the Mueller report came out, and Mueller didn't come up with anything to put Trump behind bars. Rachel Maddow's fucking ratings just went down. That bitch don't got nothing to talk about.
And her clothes got more skimpy. Just saying.
You've never seen Rachel Maddow.
No, I haven't.
You've never seen Rachel Maddow because you would not ask for her clothes to be more skimpy.
No, I'm saying when her ratings went down, she tried to show a little bit more fluff.
And the bitch eats fish. There's no
there's no win here in this situation.
There's nothing for you.
Next up in entertainment, Mr. Dave Chappell is catching some serious flack for his new Netflix special because he's victim blaming the alleged victims of Michael Jackson Neverland Ranch. Have you seen this Surviving Neverland?
I didn't watch Surviving Neverland. I wasn't into that. I was just like,
Dude, the guy's been dead for 10 fucking years. Can't you just leave him alone?
I mean, why bash him now? I mean, let's take a look at Liberace. I'm sure he was touching some little boy booty holes. But I think a good point that Chappelle made, he was like, well, Colin McCulkin's okay.
Dude, Macaulay Culkin had nothing but grand things to say about Michael Jackson. Now, either Michael Jackson made his fucking career, or he was a complete gentleman.
Well, who wouldn't want to hang out with Michael Jackson back in the day? That motherfucker, when I was a kid, he knew E.T. They were on the cover of People magazine together. If you know E.T. personally, you're good in my book. Dude. And maybe that's the price to hang out with you and E.T. I got to get touched a little bit. I'm not trying to downplay it. If you were a victim of some shit, hey, use Google, look up a counseling number. But shit, man, to hang out with the king of pop, you do a whole bunch of hoeing.
Next up in local news, we had our first big grass fire in the Madison South neighborhood right out here in Portland. Listen to this.
Holy
wow.
I don't think we're going to be able to save the apartments.
Monday evening in Northeast Portland, cell phone video shows the incredible effort to save homes and businesses from a fast-moving grass fire.
I was yelling to the top of my voice down the neighbor, like, get out of your houses, there's a fire.
While investigators don't know what sparked the fire, they do know it started in an old abandoned driving range right across the street from Madison High School. The flames moved south and east. A plume of smoke could be seen for miles.
I can't emphasize enough how much just the dry brush that we're dealing with and the combination of wind with it.
Somebody was playing with matches.
Accelerated this fire and made it move quickly.
The fire moved quickly and showed no mercy. We're told more than a half dozen homes
No
and buildings
mercy? What
were
the
either
fuck?
damaged or destroyed.
The fire showed me mercy.
I feel
just third-degree burns.
Waldo Rojas fears there's nothing
this
left.
Motherfucker right here.
I'm heartbroken.
A staple in the neighborhood for more than a decade.
Oh, geez, there's priceless memorabilia. There's boxing gloves, there's a boxing ring, there's all of our equipment, but that's
no
the most
shit.
important thing in there. I would have to say.
There's a boxing ring?
As firefighters fought the flames.
Hey, don't talk shit. That motherfucker's a boxer.
News of what was unfolding spread over social media.
She gets me.
It was horrifying. I was at work and I saw it on social media.
What are you doing on social media at work?
I almost dropped my phone when I saw my house in the background. And I called my boyfriend and we're like, we have to go save our kitty cat right now.
We can tell you that cat was in fact saved.
Oh, thank God.
Crews got the upper hand on a fire that devastated the Madison South neighborhood.
Yeah, it was very wild. It kept my attention pretty well.
Dude, you know what I love? I love it. No, I love the moment people get a fucking microphone and a camera in front of them. They instantly go into that news anchor mode. Like, I almost dropped my phone. I was on social media. I saw my house, called my boyfriend, and said, we absolutely have to save our kitty cat.
Why did it take two of you to save the goddamn cat? I mean, there's a couple questions to that. I mean, because the guy who came on first, you know, you can rewind the episode. The guy who came on first, there's actually video of him with his water hose fighting like a fucking, it must have been a 20-foot fucking flame. You know,
first off, let me point out, he was spraying in a fucking rainbow arch at this fire. You spray the base of the goddamn fire, you moron. Secondly, you're going to sit there and fucking film this shit? While you're trying to battle a fucking blaze? That's like a fireman pulling out a cell phone, holding a fire hose, spraying a fucking building.
I think we have 4 local stations and at least 2 of them talk to him. He got it. And then when they posted his video, because the video, they have to give you credit on your video when they take it off your fucking Facebook. Yeah, he's fucking viral with it. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Man, that's as famous as you'll be.
Well, he's about to be overshadowed by this last one. Last but not least, number 5. Now that's news, and you're not going to believe this. Have you heard of extreme yoga? Have you heard of this?
No.
23-year-old college student was doing yoga poses on her 6th floor fucking balcony. Guess what happened? Take a wild stab in the fucking dark.
She pulled a muscle?
She fell, shattered both of her legs and her fucking
Hold on,
pelvis.
I know the story. She fell 80 feet.
80 fucking feet.
You know
why?
When I first saw the headline, I was like, is she dead?
Yeah, you automatically assume. No, listen, she fell head first too and didn't die. This fucking moron, extreme yoga hanging over a 6th floor balcony.
She broke, from what I saw, she broke like hundreds of bones.
Yeah!
Like
they have to reconstruct her legs. Like, her legs are fucking Bill Cosby Jello status.
Yeah, just think you better thank Obama, because that's a pre-existing condition you got the next time you go to get a job, bitch.
And that's this week's 5 Minutes of Funk.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So you and I were discussing this a little bit before the show, and I gotta know, man. I don't go out much anymore just because most of the DJs in the area suck. Shots fired.
Oh, wow.
But I noticed you told me that a nightclub is getting rid of their entire DJ crew. Like, they're doing some remodeling, actually, and they're just getting rid of the DJ.
To the best of my knowledge, and there's many stories floating around.
Yeah,
a place that I play regularly. Yeah, they took my poster down, so I don't say I play there. But yeah, shots fired, Larry. Well, a place I play regularly, JB's at the Red Lion. They're actually going to be shutting down the club, and the nightclub's been there for, I don't know, at least 20 years, 20, 30 years. It's been there a good long time. I mean, longer than any other fucking nightclub run, right? I'd say, in this area. And it's always been a lounge. When I originally started playing there about probably like 5-6 years ago, it was a little bit more of an upscale affair, I have to say. And I think that it sucks to see it go, but it's actually to me, it's a relic of a different time, because previously, like, there were more in hotel nightclubs.
Yeah.
That was like a regular thing. I think it probably was spawned by disco or something.
Well, and correct me if I'm wrong. The Red Lion's been there for what, 50 years? Longer than that?
I don't know how long the Red Lion's been there, but yeah, probably.
But I mean, my point that I was getting at is these nightclubs in hotels, they were a staple for a long time.
Yeah, it was a pretty regular thing. Like the Marriott downtown was like, I mean, people, the generation above me, like the Marriott downtown, that's where you hung out. Right. That was like the spot. It was really in the Holiday. I'm only from my recollection. If you know more about nightclub hotel history, you can hit me at 503-776-0167. Because one thing I do want to say is, this show is a conversation, and we want to hear from you. But the only other one I could think of was the Holiday Inn. They had a nightclub.
And if you want to hit us up on Facebook about that, # Holiday Inn Hotel Hoedown. Just saying. I mean, you don't have to hashtag it. I just thought of that. So
that'd be fucking dope if you follow up on Facebook. if
I look at Facebook every single day.
You look at our Facebook?
Yeah.
Anybody ever message us?
No.
Oh, then okay. Well, he's keeping up on it. So the Holiday Inn, they had they had one. It was called Flirts, and it was the bomb. Oh man,
where was this?
Man, I was getting work at Flirts. But
what area was this?
The Holiday Inn by the hotel. I mean, by the airport.
Really?
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah, they closed down probably 02, 03.
Jesus, I had no idea.
Actually, when I was doing AV work, I worked in that Holiday Inn, and they just walled off the club. It's like if you walk in, the club, up until that point, the club is still fucking there.
Wow.
Everything is there. The dance floor, everything is still there. They just walled off the room and said, we're just fucking done with this shit.
They just did some dusk till dawn shit and fucking sealed it up.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I know they had to open for a lounge for a little bit after, but they just said, fuck it. Wow. And like they've totally remodeled the whole hotel, so the decor inside this little area, looks like I don't know, looks like the fucking 70s.
Well, dude, I mean, you've been in the DJ gig for a long time. What's the transition time for normal clubs? Every 3 to 5 years, 6 to 7?
With a club, because to me, the way I've seen the game and the ways I've seen people play the game, a nightclub, if you can do it without getting sued,
right,
all the time, it's a great way to build capital. Sure. Like, I mean, totally. It is a fucking cash grab.
But you only have like what, 4 or 5 good years?
Depending, it's the life expectancy is pretty low. I mean, if you get 4 or 5 years out of a nightclub, you're doing exceptional. I mean, there's other people. There's nightclubs in the industry that are older than that. I mean, you could look at like a Dirty, a Shake, a Tube. I mean, they're older, or like Jones. They're older, but they definitely reinvent themselves constantly.
Well, I was gonna say they've been around, but they changed their name frequently to spice it up and shit like that.
Well, they've added new stuff. I mean, every time I go into Dirty, it's been remodeled. There's something different about it, and you're not doing it. If you want to do 4 walls, loud music, and alcohol, it's gonna fail.
Right.
Seriously, if you don't add anything else to it, I mean, but with them, they keep it fresh. They're going to bring in it might even be tonight. Jay Espinoza, who's like a big DJ, he's going to be at Fortune. They bring other stuff. Like, I mean, I think that was the downfall of Red Lion was, it's 4 walls, alcohol, and loud music. That's it.
Yeah,
and that's all you got. But I mean, it's nice having a hotel. I mean, it's like, all right, we'll have a party.
Dude, you remember those restaurants that used to become like clubs,
like
and
Black Angus and all that?
Yeah.
What, man? See, there's all these cats I know that are probably like 10 years older than me.
Yeah,
and I wasn't here during the 90s. They're like, dude, we used to hang out at the Cattle Company. Seriously. Like that.
You remember the Cattle Company? Oh my God.
Motherfuckers are like, yo, we used to get it in at the Cattle Company. That's truly restaurant during the day.
Yeah.
Oh, Genghis Khan's. They converted to GKs.
Yeah.
Before, it used to be called Genghis Khan's.
Yep.
And that's when it was Mongolian Grill. So you'd be there.
Yep.
And you'd be leaned up next to the fucking grill, waiting to meet a bride. And then when he went GKs, he just went full nightclub. But before that, it was a Mongolian Grill that converted at night to be a nightclub.
Yeah, that shit was awesome.
What's wrong with people? Why aren't businesses multitasking anymore?
I don't know.
I mean, why can't Kinko's be a fucking kick-ass nightclub at night?
Dude, it's already in the name. Making copies during the day, fucking sex club at night.
No, I said it had to be a sex club. That's a whole nother ballgame. Whoa, I'm just saying nightclub.
You might get a little stain on your prints. That's all I'm saying.
You might get a little stain on your prints. Shit. Nah, motherfucker, that's not white ink.
Yeah.
Lady, I call it white out.
So what do you see BJ's doing in the future, or JB's? Is it BJ's or JB's? I think it's JB's, right?
JB's them doing in the future. I mean, from what I know, and nobody has consulted me on this because I'm not I'm just a fill-in DJ.
Sure.
So I don't really consult with them, but as I know, as of October, I will no longer be booked there. And from what I've been told, that it will become an event space, and they will occasionally open it up and have DJs there. And really, you just look at, sometimes when it comes to like a hotel and stuff like that, the liabilities, I could see where it'd be like the liability is just not fucking worth it.
That makes sense.
Because there's a lot of liability to a nightclub, and it's just the liability, the amount of stuff that you got to do to make this work, and I'll just be quite honest with you. There was a point where for the last couple of years there really hasn't been a lot of leadership anyway. So it was like, why don't we just axe this off? Because under previous management, there was definitely people who really promoted what was going on and stuff like that and tried to make it big. But
we need to get Shaquille O'Neal in there. Revamp management. Well, I mean, get this shit popping.
Shaquille O'Neal, he would definitely come in there and help us with some diversity. Yeah. I have to say, man, I'm starting out the day good because, like, man, there was a nightclub I was supposed to perform at. They had some kind of incident. The dude hit me up. Like, I'm on my way. I'm driving, and I get a text, and the dude's like, "Oh, something happened. Got to cancel you tomorrow." And I looked at the text, and I didn't read the whole thing because it was a little bit long-winded. TLDR, motherfucker. Right? TLDR. And I was like, oh, well, I'm going to hit him back with some slick shit. You know I got to say some slick shit. Sure. Well, at least I get a coupon for a free fucking meal or something like that. Right. Then I look at the bottom. He said, but you'll be fully compensated. Oh, shit. Oh, yes.
Man, you got that supersized meal at McDonald's next, didn't you? You were like, shit. Free money.
No, shit. I'm doing the 5 for 4 at fucking Wendy's. Because you know that you are living a blessed life when you can have chicken nuggets and fries and a burger.
No, you know you're living your blessed life when the fucking host with no name shows up and starts slinging hamburgers your way. All right.
This motherfucker showed up with a fucking hamburger with no bun. I'm just like, man.
Two
hamburgers with no bun. So how does that work? I mean, that's enough about nightclubs. And yeah, JB's is closing. Be sad. Don't cry for me, Argentina.
Don't cry for me. Jesus Christ. Fucking just letting shit die.
It doesn't die, it multiplies.
Doesn't die, it multiplies.
You know, this episode might be a couple minutes longer because my iPad just died. We're having some real technical problems, but what's up with the burger with no bun? How the fuck does that work?
It's literally a burger. It's exactly what you said. It's a burger with no bun. You don't fucking get all the carbs. You don't get all the sugar from the ketchup and shit. So I just do mayonnaise and mustard. I get rid of the tomatoes. I leave the onions on there sometimes if I'm feeling it.
Sometimes I'm almost scared to custom order my burger because those motherfuckers don't seem very content. They're like, dude, I just want to make it how it is on the menu and fuck you.
I just want to do the bare fucking minimum that I have to do. Yeah, I know. That's basically every worker. But if you really think about it, they have to do even less work if you get it without the bun. Because if you get it without the bun, you're not making them.
It's okay.
You're not making them fucking put bread on it.
Well, the thing is, when you do it one way. Did you work fast food?
Yeah, I had to work fast food.
Yeah, those special orders used to get on my fucking nerves. Why don't you just take it how I make it? I'm making about 1,000 of these today. Why don't you? A burrito supreme is a burrito supreme. Oh, I'm allergic to onions. Well, shit, I'm allergic to peanut butter. What do you give a fucking fuck?
See, I can't have a good opinion on that because I don't believe in allergies. I think
you don't believe in allergies?
No, I just think people are big wussies.
Yeah, I had a kid in my class. We were trying to come up with DJ names.
Yeah.
And tell me something about you. I'm allergic to peanuts. Your name is DJ Peanut Butter.
DJ Allergies.
DJ Allergies.
Because I'm sick of your shit. No, I don't know. What would my DJ name be? What do you think?
I don't know. DJ. You got a DJ name. DJ Ignorant. What was your radio name?
DJ Ignorant? Dude, you know my radio name was Special K.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was controversial because isn't that a drug?
Yeah. It was controversial, but I didn't even come up with it.
Oh, yeah.
Chase and Micah came up with it.
Hey, Chase, if you're listening, I still want my mixer back. We're selling the exact same mixer at Platinum Records for about $250 now. I really want my mixer back.
Well, since you can't get your fucking life together and you have to go teach, so you already know, so it's about that time to go. We're about to get the fuck out of here. You don't get any exit music until he fucking gets this shit.
This is fucking crazy. This is fucking crazy.
This shit's crazy. But you know what else is crazy? Fortress Property Management's Fortress Fridays, every day, Aaron with 1A at noontime. Go hang out with him. Learn about Fortress Property Management. You can have them manage your property, or they will sell you or lease you or rent you a property and take care of all the property management needs you could possibly need.
Hit them up. They don't sell shit.
503-752-8519. I know something they could sell. Me.
They can sell you?
They can sell me.
You're sold on using Fortress?
Yeah, I'm sold.
You're sold on using Fortress. But you know, the thing is with Fortress Property Management, what they do and what they do well is they went on wonderful. This is the Hype Podcast. Man, my iPod pad.
iPod pad.
My eye shit will not come back on.
Oso's eye shit won't come back on. This has been so much for your fucking Apple Watch and your goddamn iPhone and your stupid fucking iPad. I'm the host of No Name. This is the Hype Podcast. And you know what we learned today? That Apple sucks. What the fuck? We're out.
Oh, dickhead. Oh, motherfucker. Yeah.
He said, "This motherfucker's motherfucker."
Yeah.
Oh, now it comes back on.
Your mama in her wide range.
Yeah.
Oh man, you know, this is the podcast after the podcast. I could just fuck around now. Man, I'll just let this motherfucker run. Shit, we're only at 26 minutes. I got time. So how are you doing out there today? Yeah, cool. You can give me a call. What's the phone number again?
503-776-0167.
Yeah, I can't remember phone numbers anymore. No, it's going to take about 20 minutes. Come on. Hey, I tried to make it happen for you. It's a bitch. Don't you hate when people drag out a podcast and really have nothing to fucking say? Doesn't that bother you? Does it bother you to think you could have stopped listening 2 minutes ago and gotten all the content you fucking needed? That does bother you. And you know what? I like fucking with you. And if it's your first time riding this fucking train, once again, fuck you and fuck your life. We out.